Hello everybody and welcome to Trentino, the final round of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Garda Trentino. We're still at the Ciclamino circuit here. Seems like we've been camped out forever, to be honest, but hey, that's the nature of these triple headers. On our studio show today, we've got Tom Vialle, the new MX2 World Champion, and Jeremy Seewer. But before we go anywhere, Lisa Leyland, today is the day we finally got there. It's the final round before we all disappear and go off into hibernation.
I know, you're going to miss me.
Absolutely not.
I've spent more time with you than anyone else this past 3 months, honestly, Paul. But yeah, it's gone quick, hasn't it? But it does seem quite surreal that we're now at the final leg of it.
I know, it has.
It's strange, isn't it?
Very, very strange. But hey, we've got through it somehow. But you know what? Let's not complain. One guy who's not complaining is our first guest, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, Tom Vialle, MX2 World Champion. Congratulations. Before we go anywhere, though, have you even won a French championship?
Yes. Actually, yes. Yeah. In 65, in 2011, I win my first title in French championships. Yeah.
But not as a professional racer.
No.
So
no.
you win you win a world championship before you become a French champion.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, look, let's talk about the world championship here, because obviously you won it in the first race. The day didn't start so good because you put in one time in the time practice and then that time was taken away. What did you think when you heard that decision had been made? Because you were right on the end of the grid. Not an easy way to start the day.
You know, after the practice, I always check a little bit my phone, and my brother told me, "Oh, you are last on the list," and I told him directly, "I think it's a mistake, you know." But after a few minutes, Valentina come to tell me, "Yeah, there's a problem." So I was really angry, you know. I was feeling bad. I said, "No, it's not possible, not today." So, but anyway, you know, after I was really focused to the race, to the start, to make a good start, and everything went really well, actually.
But actually, it didn't stop you. You're on the outside gate. It didn't stop you from taking another foxhole shot. Did you surprise yourself that you were able to do that?
You know, when I checked the gate, I was like, "Oh, it's a little bit far." I was really like, that one is gonna be a hard one, but I was really angry a little bit and focused. I wanted to add the foxhole shot, and that was a nice one, for sure the best start I think in my life.
And how long was it in that race when you started to think about the championship? I mean, with 3 and 4 laps to go, was it strange thinking, I'm going to be world champion? I mean, that must have been so nerve-wracking for you.
Yeah, you know, when my mechanic put on the pit board 5 laps to go, I was really like, oh, it's almost done, or we're almost there. And the last lap was really hard. I was almost crying on the last lap, really hard. I couldn't turn anymore good. It was really difficult one. But when I crossed the finish line, it was just so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have that coming up. And no celebrations until you went past the pit lane on the final lap. You managed just one little fist pump to the just in case.
To my mechanic and to the team.
But coming out of the final corner now, you know, what was going through your head at this moment?
That was just crazy.
Wow.
I didn't know what's happening actually. You know, so much effort all the season to just pass the finish line like that is so nice.
And no big whip.
No, I just celebrate like that. It was just nice.
I bet you're glad you were wearing goggles here as well, because when you came around the corner,
yeah, I was full of champagne actually.
They just washed away the tears with the champagne.
Yes.
Well, look, I bet you couldn't even imagine this 2 years ago when you were still riding in EMX 250. For sure, it's every kid's dream to be world champion, but 2 years ago, before you had the opportunity with Red Bull KTM, it must have felt far, far away.
Yes, for sure. You know, 2 years ago, I didn't think about that. When I went to the team, also, it's actually in November, 2 years ago exactly. So I was actually nobody. I didn't race any world championships, any races. So actually, 2019 went really good for me. I was riding in the front, had some good battle. So my progression went really fast. Only in 2 years to be world champion is just amazing, I think.
Well, it started off pretty decent in Matterley. You won your first world championship race when you when you won that first race, or the second race.
Second race.
Yes. When we went to Latvia, were you nervous after the restart because you you won the first race, or you won your first race in England, you won the GP in Holland, and then we go to Latvia after 5 months. Because we had that time off, were you nervous about the restart and whether the level had gone down or anything like that?
Yes, you know, it was, I think, 4 or 5 months out without race. Difficult time but I mean, for everybody was a little bit the same. But, you know, we come back again in Latvia, a little bit sandy track. So for me, not the best. But for sure, I was a lot of pressure to restart with the red plague first time. It was a little bit difficult, but I think, yeah, everything on the first weekend went well. The 3 rounds in Latvia also. So we start again on a good way.
Well, you actually won 2 GPs in a row in Holland, Latvia, and again in Faenza. But how cool was it to win 3 in a row in Spain and then in Belgium?
Yes, it was really nice. I mean, you know, to win in Lommel in the sand is just amazing for me. I mean, it's only 2 years I really train like a professional in the sand. I live in Lommel. I don't have so many experience there, but I was really impressed also from my speed, how I was riding in Lommel. It was just great to could fight for the win, for sure. It was nice.
Did you think it was even possible to win in Lommel? Because obviously, you know, Jargo, everyone talks about Jargo, how strong he is in the sand. Did you expect that he could take some points back? I mean, what were your thoughts going in?
You know, for sure, everybody know in the sand, Jargo is quite fast, but my goal was to don't lose so many points, to lose a little bit. I have a gap from, I think, 50 points before the 3 race in Lommel. So, I mean, it was to don't lose so much, but for sure not. I didn't imagine to win and to beat Jargo in the sand.
Well, in the last few races, you're able to open that points gap and to claim the title with 1 GP to go. That must have been an amazing feeling.
Yes, you know, to win for the first time with 1 race to go, the title is just amazing. All the pressure went away directly. Yeah. I mean, a little bit too much because on Wednesday on second motor was not so good. But it's just nice. All the pressure from all the season, it's been a difficult one.
Yeah.
But everything went away. It was nice.
How did you celebrate?
Yeah, you know, we had a good dinner in the Red Bull station, but we didn't celebrate like a normal year. I mean, we didn't do a big party or something. But you know, we celebrate with the team, with the people around me. That's the most important.
As a rider, when we see people win the championship in the past, they do the burnout in the tent. You managed to do that as well, I see.
Yeah, we did a big one actually with all the team. It was really nice to do it.
There's only one person broke a bike, and that was Paul Jonas.
Okay.
Well, did yours survive?
I remember
that. The bike survived.
Yeah.
Actually, I was surprised because I think it was a lot of minutes, but and Joel also was going really fast with the bike, with the throttle. But no, it was nice.
Yeah. Well, look, finally, and actually what I will say is we have done a big in-depth interview with Tom, and it will come out in our season review. And so from that side, you know, we will, you know, you'll see a lot more. There were a lot more questions asked and a lot more things talked about. But before we go, Tom, has your dad finally stopped crying?
Yeah, my dad had a lot of emotion, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He was crying when I arrived, when I see him. So he was crying quite a lot, actually. But now he stopped. Yes, he's going down.
Okay, well, look, we are out of time. But, Tom, all the best this weekend. Congratulations on that World Championship. And we'll see you on the racetracks, not just tomorrow, but also next year. Again, congratulations.
Thank
you very much.
Right, we will speak to Jeremy Seewer in just a few moments. But before we do, here's highlights from MX2 Race 2 from right here on Wednesday. Pietramurata, enjoy. It's the 2 Yamahas of Hertz and Watson who lead the way, though. Thibaut Beneston striking. He's back up into 3rd place at the top of the hill. Rider down here, Olsen, parked in the bank. Oh, and gifting. Vialle has been off. Is he struggling with gears there?
On the start straight, he hit another rider, and it's his gear shift that got stuck. So they were just trying to fix it. He's decided to finish the race anyway. He's got nothing to lose.
Oh, there was a mistake there from Jago Geerts. Does he make another mistake at the top as well? Oh, yeah, cross road. Oh, it hits neutral and then goes. So 2 mistakes. And Watson all over his teammate. They were 1 second apart at the start of this lap. Vassen and Olsen still going at it. Vassen just overshot. Gives up a position to Thomas Kjær Olsen. Oh, Van der Moostijk. That's on the long downhill. The long downhill into turn 7. Grand Prix victory for the 6th time this season. Tom Vialle, world champion in race 1. No points, I don't think, in race 2. Jago Geerts on the top step of the podium. Watson 2nd, Beaton 3rd. Vialle crowned world champion in race 1, but will not pick up points in race 2. Jago Geerts 2nd, 3rd, Renault, but he's under attack from Beaton. Hello everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com and of course our MXGP Facebook page as well, where myself, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland, are now joined by Jeremy Seewer, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP. Jeremy, good to see you on our studio show, final round, of course round 18. Just before we start, is it true that you were up on the rocks having a little bit of climbing the other day? Not too much?
Yeah, I did. I actually took my mountain bike the first day I arrived, and I just went. My goal was to get on top of the track, you know, and I just started and moved on, and at one stage that was it. So there was a sign read like, yeah, now it's getting serious, you have to climb. So I just climbed up like 10-20 meters as long as I felt safe, and I stopped there and yeah, took some photos. But it was really cool anyway. You
see your video from your teammate with Ash Manton from GoPro the other day.
Yeah, I saw that. I love these kind of things, but yeah, I've just spent some time on the MTB now, you know.
Yeah.
Well, look, final round, obviously, before we start talking about the season. I mean, this kind of place here with this kind of scenery, do you kind of feel quite at home here and quite relaxed coming from Switzerland?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is just, yeah, it's amazing, you know. I mean, usually, like in GPs like Mantova and stuff, I always went home in between because it's not far, and just to stay home is more safe. You have your own walls, and you don't really, you know, especially the Corona story. But here I just said, you know, I stay because it feels like holiday. I take my bicycle, you go anywhere up the mountains, and the weather is so beautiful. It's still warm. I mean, it's November, so super cool, you know.
I mean, like you said, it's just so beautiful around here. You've been doing your own thing, cycling. Would you say it's kind of helped take your mind off the championship a little bit in a good way? Because, I mean, tomorrow's going to be a big day for you. You're going for 2nd in the championship. You're just 4 points behind Tony.
Sure it is. I mean, this was always my way to calm my mind. Okay, when I spend a lot of time in Belgium, there is yeah, the chance is not really there. But often I just go home to Switzerland, and I enjoy these kind of things, and it just makes you so calm to stand on top of a mountain and just you know. Yeah, that's it. So it is a positive way, you know. Okay, tomorrow is gonna be yeah, an intense day about the championship. I mean. But I don't really put focus on that, you know, as I never did all year. I try to do well and do the best I can, and then I see, you know, I have nothing to lose now. I'm 3rd anyway, you know, it can only get better from here, you know.
How do you look at this year's championship? I mean, you've had 3 race wins, a GP victory as well. Would you say it's an improvement on last year?
It definitely is. I mean, okay, as it is right now, I didn't improve my overall result in the championship, but I think considering the facts, everybody was there this year, and I've done GP wins and really good podiums with Jeffrey being there, with Tim being there, with, you know, just everybody at the line. I mean, I think I did improve, you know. Okay, we also made some mistakes, some DNFs which shouldn't have happened, but I think I definitely improved, because last year I was always there, consistent, top 3, top 5, top 3, top 5, but now I could fight for a win, so this is an improvement for sure.
Well, your first win in MXGP came here at Faenza. Has that changed your mindset a little bit after that, in terms of, like you said, last year you were always there or thereabouts, but when you get that first race win, finally, wow, man, I can do this in the strongest class. And has that helped you now for the second half of the season?
For sure, it gives you some confidence, you know, okay, you know, I'm realistic and I know on some tracks I maybe can't beat the best. For example, in Lommel, I would lie to myself if I go out there and yeah, I'm gonna win, because Lommel is just is not where I grew up. Okay, I'm doing well, I've done a podium there, but you know, on tracks like Faenza or now even Arco and maybe Mantova and stuff, you know, I can manage to win in MXGP, and this is something I dreamed of as a kid, and now I'm able to, and for sure it gives me a lot of confidence, and it's super positive for the future, you know.
Well, you mentioned you didn't grow up in Lommel, but obviously the hard packs, is that something more sort of familiar to you? You know, does that help being in Faenza then, you think?
Yeah, it is, because you know, that's where I grew up. I mean, I raced many German championship races. They're pretty similar, like you know, that techie kind of Faenza dirt. I grew up on the hardpack. That's just a fact. Okay, now I'm in Lommel since quite some years, and I get better in it. But yeah.
Your last win came here on Wednesday. Actually, I'm just going to ask you about that. Every time our camera is on you, you've got different. What was this one? You know, like the.
This one was actually with Hunter some years ago. We started it up for some reason. Like it was slightly different, but you know, I'm always quite relaxed. You know, so the camera guys, they show up. So I just got to do something fun, because I mean, yeah, it's too boring, you know, otherwise.
Well, this race, obviously the one you won a couple of days ago, you got a foxhole shot, start to finish win. That's just the best way to win, isn't it? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, especially in the MXGP class, to win the start is a huge step, so you can get out of trouble those first few laps. Okay, then the race is going to be decided the last 10-15 minutes. That's always the case, but just that beginning gives you a lot more breathe, a lot more, you know, clear vision, and no big problems, because if you are just third, fourth, fifth, it's a huge fight going on in that class, you know.
But you did look relaxed as well. You didn't feel any pressure at all in that race, no?
Actually, not at all. I was pretty relaxed. I knew who was there. Then Tony made a mistake. I tried to like go to the limit, but like stay relaxed, because I knew the last 5, 6, 7, 8 laps gonna be the ones which decide that. So that's what I did, and I could block Tim in the right moment. Okay, he had some trouble with his bike, but anyway, I think I did a good job there, you know.
Well, you've still got another job to do tomorrow. If you had the chance to win the final GP here or get second overall in the championship, which would you choose?
This is hard. Well, like first, just out of my mind, I would say I want to win the GP. Because okay, I won a GP this year, but I want to hear the Swiss national anthem on the podium, you know. And after that, you're like, yeah, but wait, if I'm second in the championship. But no, I would definitely go for the GP win.
Okay, that's interesting.
And by default, you get second in the championship anyway.
Yeah, yeah, but okay, yeah, I get that, but still, I would take the GP win, even if I wouldn't get second, you know.
But either way, I can't imagine you wanting to get on the bike anytime soon after this long season, intense season that we've had.
Yeah, it's been crazy, you know. Now I saw championship standings, and like, you know, some crashes happen, and it's not too long ago, but they lost half. They missed half the season, and they basically crashed some weeks ago. So this is incredible, you know. But for sure, I will take some time off. Okay, we will do some testing right after, because now we are in shape. We are on a good level, you know. But after that, we need some rest, especially. I mean, my body is fine. I'm quite, you know, I don't feel anything really bad. It's just your mindset, your brain, your mental strength, which is, you know, which it takes a lot of energy when you race that much, you know.
Well, look, Jeremy, we are out of time, but thanks for joining us. All the best tomorrow, final race of the season, and hopefully you get to stand on the top step of the podium and hear the national anthem.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Look, that's Jeremy. Right, we'll be back in a few moments' time, but before we return, here's some highlights from MXGP Race 2 from here on Wednesday, Pietramurata. Tim Geiser will line up as the number 1, and it's also his 243rd start for Honda. MXGP Race 2 underway here. We look again to the number 1 and the number 91, and it's Tim Geiser who grabs that foxhole shot. Cairoli gets held to the inside by DeSalle. So DeSalle goes by Cairoli and moves into 5th place. As Romain Febvre tries to get up the inside, he might just succeed here. He does. Moves into 2nd position, but Seewer here's Paulin. Yeah, just took the line away from the Belgian. Febvre just trying something different, anything to put Geiser under pressure. Geiser has known that Febvre is there the whole race. Tim Geiser will cross the line. He will win race number 2. He cements himself. Welcome back to the final part of our studio show here, the final round of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Garda Trentino. It's just us two. That's it. No more guests.
I know.
Lisa, it's been a fantastic season. What are your thoughts on the season?
I'm just so thankful that we've actually managed to have a season. I mean, we've had 18 rounds, Paul. We've had all the European rounds as well. I mean, it has been hard. It's been hard for everyone. It's been intense, but we've done it. We've got a championship. We've got our 2 champions. We did it, Paul.
I know. Any standout moments for you?
Standout moments, and we touched upon it, I think, with Tom earlier in the show. Our 2 champions both got, can you remember Tim in Valkenswaard? He had the outside gate. He took a great start, and also Vialle on Wednesday. That start he took with the whole shot, you just think these are why they're the world champions, because of moments like those.
I mean, from my side, I think we're just fortunate to get here. It's just been a crazy season, and obviously, you know, to be off for 5 months and still fit the season into what seems like just 2 months, 3 months, something like that, has just been absolutely crazy. And you know, when we look at, you know, where we're at now in the world, I think we've been very, very lucky. So just the whole thing really has just been standout for me.
Yeah.
You looking forward to getting back to normality again, though?
I am, but I am going to miss you. No, I'm going to miss everyone because, like I said earlier, like I spent more time with you and everyone in the paddock more than anyone else in my life, my family, you know, my friends. So, you know, it's been intense, but also what Jeremy said, it's kind of like your mind more so. You need to reset your mind and just have some time off, really. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Well, I tell you what we'll do. Let's recap some of the best moments then from our studio show at home series earlier this year, because you know, they were quite unique.
I like this one, Paul. This is a good video.
Okay, enjoy this.
Hello everybody and welcome to round 2.1 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, and this is the MXGP of self-isolation.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, yeah.
We're growing
I'm
up.
Bieber's #1 fan. I love a bit of Bieber.
Number,
Right, okay.
No, you're number 2. I'm number 1. 100%.
Okay, you're #1. I'll be number 2.
Go on, straight off the bat.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, like baby.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. You know, this
You're
is
really
my
in the
fun.
moment here, Pauls. You're
Yeah.
really in the moment.
He was.
Yeah, no, I'm single. I'm single.
Are you?
I want
the single
to
ladies.
see my
Oh, the
Instagram
single
DMs
Single
after
ladies.
this.
Oh, the single ladies.
Oh, the single ladies. Oh,
I don't know the words.
I just wonder, actually, if Shane Brady was an Eminem fan, will the real Shane Brady please stand up?
Make it stop, please. No, don't get too fat. Tony Cairoli's advice there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can get a little bit fat if you want, but not too fat.
Last thing you watched on Netflix and when?
Honestly, 45 minutes ago, Breaking Bad episode 16, season 5.
Good point. Good point.
I don't know, I pet my donkeys maybe a bit and stuff like this, you know, it's just...
Why do people call you MX Panda?
He looks like a panda.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Rocking the beard, rocking the lockdown hairdo. How are you? Yeah.
What's your favourite food?
Everything. Just
He's Austrian. Yeah. But are you a bad boy, Tim?
No. I'm a good boy.
We've got Pusti Fix,
Who?
Kristan Minorovic,
Who?
Gatis Bezdelinga.
Who?
Hey, it is no.
Who?
Fantastic. I love a good schnitzel. Okay. Up next we have.
This is the MXGP Quarantine signing out. See you next time.
Oh, man, that was funny, wasn't it? But you know what? That's not all. We've got more funny clips since Latvia.
Have we?
Enjoy.
Oh.
Coming up now, I believe. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a studio show on MXGP TV. My name is Paul Malin. We are very French flavoured.
That was not French. I don't know what that was.
I'm stressed out, huh?
No, you said that you had a good voice.
Okay. She said what you know about love. I got what you need. Okay, that's it.
Okay, we don't ask everybody to do that.
Oh,
I love
got me.
that.
Here, I much prefer this kind of soil. There's a
Soil?
Well,
Soil, it's concrete.
it's beautiful dirt, mate, except for when you get roosted.
I had to. I couldn't resist. Did you modify your mask between rounds? Because that sounded so much clearer this time than it did last
You know,
time.
I'm just getting used to it, Paul. It's just adapting to the face mask, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Is it me,
Hi,
or does
Paul.
it feel like we're in Italy for the second time in 2
It
weeks?
does feel like we're in Italy for the second time in 2 weeks. So we got more pizza, more pasta,
It's like Groundhog
more
Day.
Italians. So yeah, it's nice to be here in Manchester, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice track.
The first 2 rounds were tough. I know it was like, what, 17 years ago now, you know, just because of everything that's gone on.
I don't even remember anymore.
No.
It's been too long.
At all. Also, I crashed on my bad leg, so I was like, ooh, but nothing happened.
But
so that was good.
But sometimes mentally that is good because
Yeah.
until you have a slip off or that crash where you
Yeah.
can go, actually, I'm okay.
Yeah,
You know?
I was all right.
Yeah. But it was great to be back at an airport as well. I never thought that I would miss it, but I did miss it. But the COVID test,
I know. When you get a
No,
Belgian doctor
yeah,
shoving a stick
yeah.
up your nose and then
Not my favourite.
violating your face. I said stick, by the way. It's not nice.
Well, it was all going fine till it just didn't, you know. Nothing at all under control.
I love that.
It was going fine until it didn't.
Yeah.
This weekend, we were going to be in China. Next week, Imola, the final round.
No,
And then the Motocross Nations. We've still got 11, 12 GPs to go.
yeah.
it's weird. Back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. Over to you, Pauline.
Where is it? Thank you, Layla. Pass porn coming up.
and just dropped like a fly, like a faded like an old $2 T-shirt.
I just dropped like a fly. I just dropped like a fly.
Yeah. I was about to say, when was the last time you watched that?
Yeah, last night.
Okay. I brought it with.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh,
So then I was like, oh, let's just try and do what I can do. And I did 1 lap, and I was like, oh, let's go for 2. Come round 2, I was like, oh, let's go for 3. And then 4 came in, I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Ash Manton from GoPro says you owe him a GoPro. Look at this camera here.
You told me you were trying to find it. You never found it, but obviously there was only 1 crash, 1 GoPro. You should have. So we have some nice image.
Hey Ben, thanks for watching. Thanks to our guests. See you next time. Bye for now. Some of the best moments.
Bye for now. Oh, no, it's nice watching those back. We've had a laugh, haven't we?
We've had a real good laugh.
Really good laugh.
And it has been a unique season, obviously broken up by the whole COVID thing, studio shows at home, studio shows back on the road.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all we've got time for. And see you next year.
See you next year.
See you next year.
Yeah.
Well, look. That's all we have got time for. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed our company over the past year, whether it's at home or whether it was on the studio shows here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Ciao.